So that they've in fact not kept to the government's hand. They've gone and found one great industrial person who's made successful companies, got a million charge, and is reporting directly to the Prime Minister. I was there last week at NASCO, I heard it straight from London. He says that he's getting absolutely full support from the Prime Minister to execute this as fast as possible. So the top dog is saying that this is the best thing that has happened in the country. So you got to at least take it by its face. So I think this whole budget seems like it's different. All of us represent different parts of the industry, right? And so I personally am from the IT industry, so some of the questions that were raised, whether it's important, we have been watching, we're wasting our time. And I feel it's very important from the industry, at least I represent. Somebody said the tax benefits for the SEZ and the STPI, we talked about some of the ESOPs and the fringe benefit tax removal, and now it's actually paying perquisite tax. So the employees are worried that they are having to pay the perquisite tax now instead of after the selling. So again, those are things that are importantly monitored closely. We're expecting that to be addressed this time as well. Then we talked about these tax slab rates. Right? We talked about the direct tax code, which we expect that is going to address some of these issues. But I think in order for the economy to continue to grow, it's important that we increase the consumer spending power. Right? And to address that, there's a lot of things that need to be removed. For example, the income tax exemption until 1.5 lakhs, 10 years back or 15 years back, they came up and said up until 1.5 lakhs or 1.6 lakhs, you get an exemption on income tax. Look at 10 years later, where the economy has changed. 1.6 lakhs is not enough anymore, right? So that should be probably raised up to 3 lakhs perhaps, right? And for example, your rental or like you own a house and you get your tax breaks on the mortgage you pay, that is set at still at 1,60,000. Look at the property prices that have gone up in the last 10 years. How can that be still kept at the same rate? So my view is that I'm keen on looking at if there are going to be any changes in these aspects. And from an employee perspective, all these are extremely important for the company or business. So there are two sides of it. For me, the corporate side of it, so the tax exemptions on the STPI, SEZ, some of the government opening up for medium companies to participate in some of these.
Education sector will be able to revise the rate for scholarship under the post-matric scholarship scheme.
I think apart from subsidies and all these things, I think the most important thing for India to look forward is education, I guess. Because if you look at the mentality, I mean, from the educated to uneducated, there's a lot of difference between the way you think, the way you move. So I think the first most important priority, I think, is education really. And the second thing, I think, is our infrastructure. I mean, I always look at the roads. The cars are getting bigger, the cars are getting better. But unfortunately, we're scared driving our cars on the road. And we can't even enjoy those luxurious cars here because you're so scared. So you just hire a driver and let him drive, sit quiet in the car. So, I mean, even the biggest thing I see at this, even at the 20th century, our flyovers are still like 100 years old. Same 2-lane roads, same. I mean, we still don't have the system of 3-lane, 4-lane, like the way you have abroad. And I really wonder what they're going to do when this road start clogging up all the new flyovers. Then what? So I really think the biggest problem we have is we just see 2 years from now or 5 years from now, we really don't look like what the West looks at 50 years, 100 years later. And I think those are the things, I mean, two big things, because if you want to attract IT or foreign investments, I think our infrastructure comparatively, I mean, if you bring a foreigner here living on the road, I'm sure they'll die of a heart attack, because you can't cross the road. And you put him in, I mean, because the other day I had a couple of friends come down, and they were literally taking video scenes all around because they've never seen traffic so close by and all this. So I think these things play a big part.
Instead of cars getting expensive, I think money should be cars getting cheaper. So they have more cars and they're getting more.
So, but how are you going to drive on these roads?
So then we should agree with the rollback policy of the stimulus actually, and then put it into infrastructure majorly more. So how many would agree with the rollback of the stimulus?
Honestly, I'd like to just question